What's going on, Patreon family? I want to talk to you a little bit about my style of making videos because my style isn't for everyone. Now, I have more of the telling it like it is style of videos, and some people greatly appreciate that type of video, and I'm glad they do. But there's a lot of people that I rub the wrong way doing those style of videos. A lot of people in society love for you to tell them what they want to hear. There's a lot of people that want you to coddle them. There's a lot of people that want to be entertained, but they don't want to deal with any truth at all. And some of the greatest pushback that I get from people, they don't tell me that I'm a liar. They don't say that. What they tell me is they don't like the way I deliver it. And the reason why I do it that way is because I know how I am. If I'm not rattled to make a change in my personal life, then I won't do it. If you talk to me extremely nice on some things, I may not make a move. But if it's something major and you try to talk to me nice, now you may have to check me. And checking me a lot of times get me to wise up to what I am doing. And a lot of people are like that. So that's why I make my videos in that way. So even when it seems like I'm being so harsh about something, I could be that way because I need you to get it, because it is something that is severe that we're talking about at the time period. A lot of people tell me, because the way I speak, oh, you hate women. No, I don't hate women. I just hate what that particular woman is doing, or I hate a certain behavior from a woman. Oh, well, sometimes you're a little bit too hard on the fellas. Well, I'm probably going to be harder on men because men need that more than anyone else. Some people may say that, oh, well, you don't like white people. No, that's not the case. The fact is, I don't like certain things that maybe Caucasian people are doing. Turn around, some people may say I may not like black people either, because I go off about black people killing each other in our community, or I may talk about hood rats, or I may talk about certain attitudes women may have, or I may talk about how sorry some men are, don't want to work, or I want men to be a men, especially in our community, because we need that. Our children need that. So anytime I'm speaking, you know, you could find every avenue to come at me on, and you probably say I hate something. But it's not about hating it. It's about telling it like it is, putting the truth out there. So when we focus on the life coaching, and I'm about to put up a video about that, we're going to start. If people want life coaching, you can set up an appointment. We'll have the link. And actually, I'm starting to put the link in the pinned comment. If you want to set up a session of life coaching with me, I'm going to tell it like it is. That's why I chose the word truth and victory like coaching. You need to hear the truth so you could be set free from your problem, and then you could have victory and peace in your life. It's just that simple. We can't sugarcoat anything. We don't live in a world where we can sugarcoat anything anymore. We live in a harsh world. We got a world where the president of the United States calling people SOBs. We don't have a Candyland world. We have violence all over the place. We have been desensitized to this violence. It's so many things out there. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this: I'm going to continue to tell it like it is. I'm not going to back off of that. I was raised that way, beyond which my whole family's that way. If you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask us anything. My whole family's that way because they're going to tell you, period. So that way, when somebody tells you like it is, it prevents you from going down the wrong path for people to minimize your situation and your problem. So I just wanted to make sure I put that out there for you guys here on Patreon, and understand that if you hear me getting real hard in the paint on something and I'm being harsh, like I say, one thing I can't stand is double standards. I can't stand hypocrisy. And unfortunately, in this country, they do a lot of that along racial lines. Sometimes they do it along gender lines. Sometimes they do it on economic lines. It's many ways they do that on here in this country, and I don't stand for it. So if you ever hear me talking about certain things about, oh, well, why can't a black person do this, but a white person can do that, it's a double standard to me, because if people are people, and that's what people tell me constantly, right? Well, then we have to start calling out hypocrisy and double standards anytime we see them. But thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys for joining us here on Patreon. And one more small little tidbit. I thank every person for joining us. Yes, I do. But what I ask is, whatever amount that you set in your giving, like I said, and it's your choice. Like I said, I'm not demanding anything, but I only thing I would say is let it be an amount that you can sustain, because there's some people that have put bigger amounts and they maybe can sustain it 1 month, 2 months, but then they can't. And then they're trying to lower that pledge. And then for some reason it didn't go through right. And then they're charged for that higher pledge again. And then they come into me and say, hey, Phil, you know, they charged me for this. First of all, I'm not in control of how you charged. I'm not in control of that. Only thing, we have the page, but we're not in control of that portion of it. Just like if you do a GoFundMe, you're not in control of that portion of it, or a UCaring, etc. That's the payment processor through the website that they use. So I would say, you know, try to choose an amount that you can sustain. Because, you know, even though I appreciate someone donating $50 a month, that's great, and thank you for it. But if you can't sustain that, if you can just sustain $10, or you can sustain $5 or $2, whatever you can sustain it, I would suggest more so that if you choose, say, listen, I want to give a little extra, I'll put the link on this video. You can go to my website and you can give through PayPal. If you just want to give a little something extra, I'll still get it. You can do reoccurring payments if you want to through PayPal. That's fine. On my website, you could check reoccurring and it's there. But I just want to make sure to put that little tidbit in there, because here and there I've been getting comments about that. And every first of the month, they do make a charge. Guaranteed, the first of the month. It's like bills, first of the month. You know, in the songs, that's when they make the charges. So if you see the charge on the first of the month, that's what it's going to be. Now, you can connect your bank account. You can connect your PayPal. It's what you connect in there. Now, some people that connect their PayPal, if they don't have any funds in there, then they can't take from anything unless you got your PayPal set up where if you get a charge, it'll pull from your bank account. If you want to do it that way, you can. You know, I do that as well. I support people on Patreon myself. I think I support 6 or 7 people on Patreon myself. So I was letting you guys know that I support others as well. So I don't believe in asking for something that I don't do, you know, because people will quickly call you out on that. And that's not how I do things. I would definitely want to be an example. I'm not saying I'm not a leader, but just an example, just a little bit of what we could achieve to do or try to help others, because you can't promote unification and support each other and you're not doing it. So I just want to throw that little tidbit out there. But thank you everybody for taking time to listen to this video. See you in the next one.